What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 14 of our Pokemon Dreamstone Mysteries walkthrough. In the previous video, we took on the Mega Sharpedo and we were able to get the life orb from it. We also showed you how to get the legendary Pokemon Zarude, Diancie, and Celebi. We caught all three of them. We also managed to complete the side quest to get our Master Ball. In today's video, we are going to continue on exploring Rivet Shore City. We've just started 2 more side quests. We met a woman who is missing her Pokemon. And in the previous video, we also met 2 boys in one of the houses that's looking for a Game Boy or something. So we're going to try and complete those 2 little side quests. And we've got another big video today. We're going to go and show you how to encounter, wake up, and catch Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. So do stay tuned. Today's video is going to be an absolute banger. And if you missed part 13 with the legendary Pokemon, definitely go back and give it a watch. It was one of the bigger episodes in this walkthrough. And now we just found that little boy with a Bergmite that we met all the way in the beginning in the 2nd or 3rd city, but now his Bergmite has evolved into an Avalugg, so we're having a battle with him. It's pretty cool that we meet some of the characters throughout the story. In the previous video, we also met up with the detectives and all the gym leaders, all 8 of them, and they agreed to come together in order to try and stop Team Somber. They heard the news that Team Somber has actually caught the ancient Pokemon Koraidon, so they've agreed to all join forces in order to try and stop them. And of course, we are also going to try and stop them. We'll help out as much as we can. We just picked up a max revive and we can heal up our team here. Next up, this man in green offers us a Pocket Boy or a Game Boy that we needed for our side quest, but he says we have to play this game and at least get a point or 2. So it's quite fun. You've got to try and fly the Butterfree through the different columns, and you only need 1 point. So there we got 2 points and we got given the Pocket Boy. And behind these little tents, we find the missing Pokemon that the lady was searching for. And it turns out Mimikyu is responsible for keeping the Pokemon stuck there. We are going to try and catch this Mimikyu because it is a super awesome Pokemon. But after defeating it and catching it, Percy, the missing Pokemon, goes back to its owner. So now we can go back to Rivet Shore and go and claim our rewards. First, we are talking to the CEO who's given us the Pokeflute, and that is what we need to wake up Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. And here we're going to chat to the boys who we have given a Pocket Boy to, and they can also play the Flutterfree game. And as a reward, they give us a red card, which is a pretty cool item that you can use in battle. Now that we've got the side quests out the way, we need to try and find the gym leader. We've got to try and take on the last gym leader and get the 8th badge. Hopefully we can find him here. And in the mountains, it seems like there are tons of Aaron here, and they can be a bit tricky because they block your path. But it looks like we have found Raazi. He is the gym leader. But before we can reach him, we fall down a hole, and there's again a whole bunch of Aaron and Laren blocking the way. We make our way through and finally we can chat with the gym leader, and just before we can take him on, he gets a phone call. So he rushes off. Unfortunately, we weren't able to battle him. So we're going to have to try and find out what's going on and try find him again later down the line. But let's continue on and make our way back to Rivet Shore. Now that we have the Pokeflute, we can try and catch the big 3, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. I do recommend that you stock up on Ultra Balls and Quick Balls. Quick Balls I have found to be super useful. If you throw them out on your first go, there's a good chance you're gonna catch the Pokemon. It doesn't work every time, but generally it works pretty well. So I have stocked up on both of those. And now we're going to make our way to the Charizard. It's still sleeping there on the mountain, way back in Mount Serum. You can now interact with Charizard and play the Pokeflute. And that wakes up Charizard and he's furious. Charizard is level 48. Our Sneasler is level 45, and we're gonna try a quick ball first. And as you can see, we got super lucky. We didn't even have to battle Charizard at all. Our first quick ball throw, and it was a success. Next up, we're gonna try and get Venusaur, who was sleeping here near the Ranger Institute. Again, we're gonna try hit it with a quick ball. I want to definitely catch all three of them. The legendary Pokemon, on the other hand, are super tough to catch. That was in the previous video, and I had to try and catch them for 20 or 30 minutes, throwing so many Ultra Balls and things to try and get them. I think I went through about 80 Ultra Balls trying to catch all the legendary Pokemon for each one. We encountered Venusaur, we threw a quick ball, and it seemed to work again. So we've got 2 Pokemon down. The last one, of course, is Blastoise, which is my favorite of the 3. I would love to hear from you guys. Which of the big 3 is your favorite? Are you Team Charizard, Team Venusaur, or Team Blastoise? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm definitely Team Blastoise. We have woken up Blastoise, we threw a quick ball, and we have caught all 3 of them. So you can only catch the big 3 now once you have reached Rivet Shore City. But now we're at a warehouse in Rivet Shore, and we have used the Pokeflute again to wake up a slacking which was blocking the path. And if you go all the way to the top right of the warehouse, there's a container that's a little bit different in color. If you click on it, you can enter and hide out in the container. You can't go back after you have entered, so make sure you have healed your team and stocked up on a bunch of items. Make sure you have revives and potions and things like that. And here we have woken up in a new area. You have to time your walking perfectly there to not get detected by any of those sailors. If they spot you, you have to start over again. It's pretty easy to work through. And it turns out we have snuck onto the ship where all the gym leaders boarded. It looks like all the gym leaders have come on here because they're trying to find Team Somber boss Moxie. And you can actually take on some of the gym leaders that we battled before. Here we are taking on 2 of them at a time, so it's a tag team battle. And it is a fun battle, but it is quite tough because it's a 6-on-6 Pokemon battle. It's not often we have had a Pokemon battle where our opponent has a full team of 6. Even the gym leaders normally have 4 or 5 only. It is a super fun battle though. I have enjoyed it, and our Pokemon need as much training and experience as we can get. And like I said, before you came on and snuck into that container, make sure you've got items. You need revives and potions because there are a lot of battles ahead and you can't really heal up or buy things from this point on. But back to the battle, our Celebi and Sneasler have both been knocked out. We have 2 Pokemon down already. We've just sent out Sliggoo and we've still got Aggron up front, and they're both looking good. Their HP are both full, and our opponents are a Tauros and a Golem. The Tauros is the fire type Tauros, and the Golem is the alternate form. I believe it's like rock and electric type. We've almost knocked out Golem, but the Tauros seems to be healing up often. If we can knock out this Tauros and Golem, we should have this battle under the belt. Our Sliggoo is confused and it's hurt itself twice in a row. We haven't been able to get any attacks in. I was hoping Sliggoo's water attacks were going to come in handy. We've knocked out Golem finally, and Tauros is almost finished. And now they have sent out Lycanroc, a level 45 Lycanroc. Luckily, Lycanroc's level is not that high, but Tauros being level 49 is pretty strong. We have now sent out our Houndoom to join in the battle. Our Sliggoo got knocked out. Aggron is still hanging in there, and his attack is super useful because it hits both Pokemon simultaneously. Finally, the level 49 Tauros has been knocked out. Lycanroc is also just hanging in there. We're down to our last two Pokemon. We've got Gothitelle out and Aggron is still out there all the way from the beginning of the battle. And the final opponent is Minior, level 47, so currently it's 2 Pokemon on 1, but this has been a crazy tough battle. We are lucky that we have made it through. I think in this next turn, if our attacks hit, we should be able to knock it out. And our Aggron got knocked out, but Gothitelle took the W. That was a super difficult battle. You can talk to your Pokemon in order to heal up your team. And here we have just found Raazi on the top deck of the ship, and he says he can battle us right now for the gym badge. So we're going to take on the 8th Gym Leader Raazi, and his first Pokemon is a level 48 Dugtrio, which just one-shotted our Sneasler. Next up, we have decided to send Sliggoo out because of his water attacks. We hit Dugtrio with 2 water attacks, and it's just hanging in there with 1 HP. Unfortunately, Sliggoo got knocked out. We're going to send our Houndoom out next because its speed is really high. We attack first and knock out Dugtrio. Our Aggron wants to learn the move Automize, but I have decided to not go with it. Next up, Gym Leader Raazi is going to send out Excadrill, which is level 51. It's a Rock and Steel type Pokemon. So I've decided to send out our Celebi. Our grass type attacks might be pretty useful. And I've decided to revive our knocked out Pokemon because that will increase our odds for this battle. I wasn't expecting Sneasler and Sliggoo to get knocked out that quickly in this battle. But we send out Houndoom to finish off Excadrill. Unfortunately, Celebi got knocked out, but we have still got 5 Pokemon ready to battle now. Gym Leader Raazi has sent out a level 51 Colossal, which is an absolute beast of a Pokemon. It's a Rock and Fire type, but our Aggron knocks it out fairly easily. Next up, Raazi has sent out a Skarmory, and I know how strong Skarmory is. We used one in the beginning of our playthrough, and unfortunately, our Aggron has been knocked out, but Skarmory is sitting on red HP. We send out Houndoom to finish it off, and Gym Leader Raazi is down to 1 Pokemon, I believe. His final Pokemon is Aggron as well, which is a Steel and Rock type. We know all about Aggron, and it's just Mega Evolved, so he's used our own tactics on us. But we've still got 3 Pokemon left. We're going to send out Sliggoo to try and finish it off. If we hit it with a water attack, we should be able to knock it out. We did flinch for our first 3 attacks, but finally we knocked it out and got the W. We have defeated all 8 gym leaders. I can't believe it. It's been an absolute journey. And it looks like the ship is about to reach its destination, so everyone's rushing off. All of a sudden, Gabriel catches up to us, and we are both worried because we can't get off the ship just casually. We snuck on here, so we have to try find another way out. And Breach all of a sudden catches up to us, and he says he'll help us out. He will be able to make a hole in the ship, and we might be able to sneak out through the back. So that's pretty cool. But we haven't really explored the ship at all, so before we leave, I want to just search all the cabins and pick up any items that we may have missed. Especially in the second room, there's 6 cabins here to explore, so we're quickly going to chat to everyone. We've just picked up a PP Max, and once we have cleared out all these cabins, we'll try and catch up with Breach, and hopefully we can find a way off the ship without anyone spotting us. Here we have just caught up with that artist lady who we did a side quest before in one of the previous towns. We have searched the entire ship now, and Raazi, Gabriel, and Breach are all back in the storage room, in the storage warehouse area, and Breach has agreed to help break through this little glass window. And we've made it to some new area. It looks like we're out in the middle of the sea. We're going to end things off here. Thanks for watching.